everyone, this is Andres and welcome to the HUBient channel. For today's vlog, I will be sharing with all of you guys my top 5 Netflix movies recommendation for this month of July. So many people may have told me, and some of my friends may have told me, that I really have quite distinct taste when watching movies or selecting kinds of series whenever I am watching, most especially on Netflix. And there are many times that I just spent many hours looking for a series or a movie to watch depending on my mood. So I don't have preferred favorite genres, whatever you guys call it, when watching movies, listening to music, or everything. It all depends on my mood. So I don't know if you guys are like me or anything like that, but probably and hopefully this list will somehow help you to go decide on your next movies to watch the following days. So if you guys want to know more about my top 5 movie recommendations on Netflix, please do keep on watching. Okay, so we are now starting with our top 5. So our top 5 is the movie The Visit. So this is the poster. Maybe you have had the chance to saw it somewhere on Netflix or anywhere on social media, because I know there have been so many accounts or social media accounts online wherein they are posting lots of recommendations and stuffs, and maybe you encountered or already saw this poster. So this is The Visit. So The Visit is an American horror or thriller movie released in year 2015. So it's a movie about the journey of two siblings going to their remote hometown, which is in Pennsylvania, wherein they were sent by their mother. So I thought this movie was just like a thriller type of movie, and at the very beginning it was really intriguing, given the fact that it's not your typical kind of movie setting. It's more of like a vlog type or a documentary type of movie. So on the first part, so this will be a lot of spoilers, so if you haven't had a chance to watch this, please don't. You guys can skip this part. So on the very first part, it's like a documentary or an interview about the mother telling her story about her parents on the Pennsylvania. So I will not really go on and elaborate things because you guys will probably hate me for being a spoiler, but yeah. So all throughout the movie, it only focuses on the journey of the two kids and the two siblings, wherein they really discovered a thing about their grandparents. So like I said, on the first part I was like really intrigued, because I thought, oh, this is gonna be like kind of boring. But on the middle part up until the very end, I was like, I was like something like I was like really something like that, because it's an American horror thriller. What do you guys expect from American horror thriller? Like, so just a little, what do you call this, clue. It's something about demonic possession on their grandparents. So yeah, that's The Visit. So I believe it's still up on Netflix Philippines and maybe in your country, so you guys can check that out on Netflix. So for our fourth movie recommendation, we have The Step Sisters. So this is probably the exception on my top 5 list, wherein they are all mostly sci-fi, or like, I mean, the 3 are sci-fi because I'm really fond of sci-fi movies. So this is a type of movie wherein its genre is a comedy or dance type of movie. So if you're really fan of dancing, step up, something like that, musical, probably this will be very good for you. So the story, it just mainly focuses on the sorority, wherein it's called Sigma Beta Beta, and as well as the all-around sorority president or student of the Sigma Beta Beta, wherein she was challenged to teach and rescue their sorority's reputation from everything, because there has been an incident wherein their sorority member, or I mean one of their sorority member or member of their sorority, got involved in a scandal or embarrassing moment, something like that. So since she will be graduating and wants to really have a good reputation or background, something like that, she was challenged to teach their sorority members on how to do step dance. I really love this movie because there is exactly this part of movie that really got me laughing. I will never elaborate more about that, but this will keep you entertained and entertained in a way, because it's a dance type of movie and as well as a comedy. So if you're looking for a go-to movie that you want to watch before you sleep, where it will really leave you happy or energized, this will be the perfect movie for you. And of course, this is my very first time to encounter this type of step competition, something like that. I am a really huge fan of Pitch Perfect in different kinds of movie type of competitions, because I really get inspired by watching those kinds of movies, and this movie is really, really good. So yeah, you will encounter more about the stepsisters and the sorority type of movie. So that is the Stepsisters, also still available on Netflix Philippines and probably in all Netflix sites. So if ever you have encountered like this movie may not be available on your Netflix country, I'm really sorry, but I will try to find or recommend you another list. So if the movies that I will be recommending is available or not available in your country, please just let me know on the comment section down below. Okay, so that is the Stepsisters. Third movie recommendation that I have here is the Annihilation. So I try to really select kind of movies that you may or may not have seen on Netflix or anywhere. So this is one of those. So if you guys don't know, Annihilation is a term for a complete destruction. So of course, this is a sci-fi, science fiction, psychological horror film, where Natalie Portman is one of the main cast. So this movie just kind of revolved about her story, because she's a biological scientist and as well as a former soldier. So it just focuses on her journey finding her husband, because her husband was involved in this kind of science project. Since it's a science fiction, you will encounter scientists in science terms. So her husband is one of the explorers that entered what do we call the Shimmer. So it's like a mysterious zone, quarantine zone, something of mutating plants and animals caused by aliens. So if you really are into aliens, science fiction, this will be very good for you. I like this movie, but I'm just kind of confused on the ending. But I still somehow love the ending in the movie as well. So probably you may not really find this video really good based on what I saw on the reviews on the internet. But on my taste, it's good. It's good. And what I really like about this, it's not your typical alien. They're not really your typical alien like the E.T. or something like that, because I don't watch Star Wars. I'm so sorry. I never had a chance to watch Star Wars. I'm not yet in the mood to watch Star Wars. So to all Star Wars fans out there, I'm really sorry. Yeah, but this is Annihilation, so it has alien involvement as well. and you will really like the plot twist, like I did about the alien presence or something. So that's Annihilation, starring Natalie Portman. So that's our movie recommendation number 3. So another science fiction movie for all of you guys, and that is our movie recommendation number 2. So this is a 2018 science fiction thriller film named Tau. So Tau as in T-A-U. So I'm really into robotics. I'm really into programming. So I really kind of like this movie. So this is Tau. So since it's a science fiction thriller film, so of course it's science fiction. It's all about robots. So this one focuses on robot. So its main storyline is about a young woman who works at a nightclub but got abducted by a genius scientist in a smart house powered by AI or artificial intelligence. So they have something in her body that the AI is detecting and answering as well. So AI means artificial intelligence, so it is mostly present or like the equivalent of the human mind. So robots doesn't have the capability to think like a person or like a human, so that's why we have the artificial intelligence. So they doesn't have the intelligence like us humans do, so that's why we call them artificial. So artificial intelligence is the one powering the house. So the story revolves around how Julia, which is the young woman, tried to escape the smart house. It's more of like thriller film because she will try to escape the smart house and of course the really smart artificial intelligence. What I really like about this is, what if this kind of artificial intelligence or this kind of house do really exist and you were abducted? Like the AI knows everything about you because you have the chip inside your body. The AI will know your answer. The AI will detect your body, how you think, how you feel, what you feel, something like that. It's like you don't have or doesn't have the capability to decide on your own. And that's what's really creepy, and that's what really scares me about, social media and technology. But hopefully this one is not yet existing, because if it does, it's really scary. So that's Tau. So if you really like sci-fi and robots and artificial intelligence, this will be the perfect movie for you. Okay. I am really happy to share this one to all of you guys. I'm just really sad because I saw this film like in year 2017 or something, but it was released in year 2015. So this is a science fiction film again. So I told you guys I really love science fiction movies. I don't know. I just like movies that are really somehow hard to... I really like movies that are somehow impossible. Like science fiction, like artificial intelligence, and I really love documentaries as well. I do rarely watch musical, teen drama, teen movies, comedy, but it's all depending on my mood. But if I'm like in the mood for sci-fi, I mostly watch sci-fi. If I want to be happy, I watch comedy. If I want to be really sleepy, I watch documentary, something like that. So this is my last movie recommendation, but unfortunately it's not available anymore on Netflix Philippines. But if ever you're living outside the Philippines, you still watch it. And I know you guys can still watch it. I know your race. So anyways, this is The Martian. So this Martian movie is a 2015, like I said, science fiction film starring Matt Damon. So it's all about an astronaut, which is Matt Damon, wherein they went to Mars to have exploration, something like that. But he was stranded on their mission to Mars. He was stranded, and all of his crew members already left Mars, but due to some circumstances, he was left alone on Mars. So, and they thought he was dead. His name on this movie is Mark Watney. So I just really like this movie. No, I really love this movie because it shows his struggle when he was stranded to Mars. He tried to survive by planting root crops, trying to survive. There were also a time wherein his tent, the one where he was living at or staying at, were almost distracted or almost destroyed by the debris and something. And I just really love this movie because it's kind of sad as well, because what will happen if ever the one being stranded on Mars, but it's more of like not able to find ways on how to survive, something like that. Just what if you were stranded in Mars or anything wherein you need to learn how to survive with certain amount of supplies. It was really hard here on this movie. They really tried to rescue him. In that rescue mission, you will still feel really nervous. I mean, you guys will probably and definitely know the feeling when you watch this movie. I was like really I watched this movie when I was having robotics training before. So when we were competing in robotics, we have like rest time wherein we eat, we watch movies, and that's where I watch. So I saw this movie when I was still competing in robotics. So whenever we compete, of course, and we do have our trainings, we have some rest time wherein we eat, we watch movies, and this is really one of my favorite. I can really watch this movie all day long for how many times. It's just how I love this movie. So if you're really into astronauts or science fiction, thriller, and like mostly about survival movies, this one is good for you. And I really cried on this movie. Oh my god, I cry in movie when it's all about dogs, if it's really dramatic, but this one's not really a dramatic movie, but I just really cried. So this is The Martian by Matt Damon. Okay.